Hi, welcome once again. We are going to do upper body strength training today. We're going to start with the warm up and then we'll get started with the exercises. Again, you will do this video for week 1 and week 2. And week 3, I will upload a new video with either the same exercises, just tweaked a little bit, or I'll throw in a couple of new ones. But for today, let's get started with a warm up. All right, let's really warm up the upper body this time. We're still tapping with the legs, and even though they won't be doing a lot of active work, they will still support us in some of the bent over exercises we'll be doing. So let's warm them up. All right, really warming up the chest and the back here. Inhale and exhale. Breathing is very important. All right, now we're going to tap our legs back. I know you can't really see them, but I want you to see what I'm doing with my arms. So I'm warming up the biceps and the triceps. Biceps and triceps. Working on my elbow. We'll be doing some curls and some tricep kickbacks. So you need to be warm. Also, we'll do some shoulder work. So let's warm up the shoulders as well. If you have the range of motion, take some arm circles. They can be small if you need to. They can be here, or you can just do some internal and external rotations. All right, don't go terribly crazy. You can do some shoulder rolls. That's fine too. But if the range is there, let's take some arm circles to the front and then to the back. So flexion, a little bit of rotation and abduction, extension of the arm, shoulder, I should say. All right, other arm. Gentle movement, nothing crazy. Remember, slow down your movement. We're still working up to 10 perfect repetitions, but form is more important than repetition. So if you keep your form properly the entire time and you do 3 or 5 repetitions, that's better than trying to do all the repetitions with incorrect form. We really try to isolate the muscles that we will be working and try not to use our bodies to do the movement for us. Really try to isolate. All right, keep warming up. Some sort of Tai Chi rotations here, warming up the torso. All right, so we have some internal rotation of the arm that goes back, and flexion and extension of the shoulder, right? Abduction, adduction. Yeah, so we're warming up the shoulders in every motion that they can do with this simple exercise. All right, now the neck, take it to one side, let it roll to the front, let it roll to the other side, a little bit to the back, and again, side, down, side, and up. Other direction. One more. All right. Since we're at the wall, you can do some cat and cows here. So you'll put your hands about shoulder width distance apart and at shoulder level. Step your feet out a little bit, and you can squeeze your shoulder blades together to bring the chest towards the wall. Maybe look up if it's accessible. So this is your inhale, and then on your exhale, you push into the wall. Curve your back, really open up between the shoulder blades. This is your exhale. Inhale and exhale. We can also do this on the floor. So, knees right underneath your hips, about hip width distance apart. Hands shoulder width distance apart, right beneath your shoulders. The same thing, on the inhale, you drop your chest and your belly towards the floor. Arch your back, maybe lift your gaze. And then your inhale, you round everything, kind of push into the hands to really open up that thoracic spine. And inhale, and reverse the motion, and use the length of your exhale to round and open. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, and open. All right, come back to neutral. Cat-cows, really good for thoracic spine mobility. So if it's not already part of your warm-up or just your movement routine, I highly suggest you integrate it. I think we're warmed up. Let's get started. Let's go to the wall to do some wall push-ups. Here we are. Let's start with some push-ups. The hands are shoulder width distance apart and at shoulder height. They can go a little bit wider or a little bit narrower, but never let the elbows flare out. You're doing the push-up here, not here, okay? So we're working to 10 perfect repetitions. If you can only do 5, 3, 7, 2, even just one perfect repetition, it's better than working through the whole thing with incorrect form. So the form is you're lifting your sternum, right? You lift your sternum, your shoulders automatically drop back and down, and your ears become more aligned with your shoulders, meaning your neck came back and your chin tucked a little bit, all right? Feels a little robotic, but trust me on this one. This is a better way to correct your posture as opposed to just squeezing your shoulder blades back. That doesn't do anything other than make you very tight. Okay, so you can keep that posture even with your arms in front of you. You can be very close to the wall, right, which will make the push-ups probably at their easiest because you're vertical. The more that you step from the wall, the harder they will be because you have a lot more place to lower. So if you're a beginner, if this is your first time doing push-ups, or you're getting back after an injury, or just after a long time without doing push-ups or exercise, that's fine. Maybe start here, and then as the weeks go by, you can play with stepping away a little bit more. All right, here we go. Good posture. Inhale on the way down, and exhale on the way up. There we go. Slowly lower. Push to the hands. Come up. And lower. And come up. Yeah, you'll feel your triceps really working. That's what we want. 3, 4, 5. Important. All fingers should be in contact with the wall at all times. Don't lift your thumbs and your index off. If you're doing that, then you probably stepped a little too far, or you're lowering a little too much. You don't have to come and touch the wall with your forehead. Just lower and then push. It's like with everything else. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Yeah, you did it. You feel that? I do. All right, so we're going to do a bent over row. You can do this without weight, so just go through the motions and really engage the muscles that are working. Or you can work with some cans, some frozen water bottles maybe, or just regular water bottles, or even a 3 or a 5 pounder. Don't go any heavier than that. So grab whatever you would like to use. See you soon. Here we are. I got my little 5 pounder here. You can have a wall or a stool or a chair in front of you to support you. Just remember, it's for support only. You're not putting your weight on it completely. So bent over row. If you need the support in front of you, you will be working with one arm at a time. If you don't need the support, then you can do both arms at the same time, or you can still choose to just do one arm at a time and really focus on the muscles that we're going to work and on keeping good form. So, like we did with the deadlift on lower leg day, we're going to soften the knees, allow them to bend a little bit. We're going to, as if we're doing that deadlift, we're going to push the glutes to the back, hinching at the hip. We're not going to lower all the way. We can stay about here this time. Now, if you are in that position, you're going to feel that core really engaging, but really engage your pelvic floor. You'll feel your abs engage, but you really want to contract that pelvic floor. So, soft knees. Bend at the hip, send your booty towards the back. Don't go all the way down, stay about here. Arms hang right by you, but you don't round your back. This is already strengthening your back, right? You're keeping the shoulders back, holding that weight. From here, the movement starts from the back, not the elbows. So you kind of retract your shoulders, and then you allow your elbows to come up towards the ceiling. I'm not flaring. I'm keeping everything in a nice straight line. 1, 2, 3. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. 4, 5, 6. Feeling your glutes work in. 7, 8. Keep that neck long. 9, 10. Good job. Come up. So as I said, even though we're not going up and down with the legs, we're holding that position, so the glutes are working, the hamstrings are working, the fascial lines are working. Think of these workout sessions as training your fascial lines, strengthening the fascial lines, as opposed to your muscles and getting buff and whatever. they're working, they will get stronger. That's what we want. But we're training the fascial lines as well. That's why form is so important. Okay, we're going to do a gentle shoulder abduction now. Keep the weight that you have, or go with something lighter. These abductions, we'll do them very slowly and very cautiously. So your elbows are at 90 degrees, your hands or your weight facing each other. The elbows never move. They stay in this angle right here. The only thing that moves is the shoulders, right? So it's like we're flying and then we're returning, right? So I'm not going all the way up and I'm not using my body to do the movement. I'm really trying to isolate the movement to the deltoids, okay? If this is too much for you, you can loop a band, if you have one, a very light resistance band around your hands, and just work on doing a internal and external rotation, right? It can be here, and then just work on external and internal rotation. Otherwise, just practice it without weight, and then as we go, you can try adding weight if you want to. Keep the movement very small though. So here we go. Fly. 1, 2. Always keep your shoulders back, your sternum lifted. 3, 4. My body isn't moving. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Okay, this one's a rough one. So if you only get to 5, that's fine. If you get to 3, that's fine. If you only get 1, that's fine too. It's rough. But really, really take care of this one. If it's not feeling good, just skip it. Skip it for now. We can revisit later. Okay, here we are. Let's do some bicep curls. Who hasn't done a bicep curl at some point in their life, right? But let's make sure that we do it correctly. So again, your stance is important. Soften your knees. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart. Some of us tend to stand very narrowly and then we tumble all over the place. Don't fight that. Just give yourself a wider base of support and you're better off that way. All right, again, sternum up, which drops the shoulders and aligns your ears over them. The elbows never hyperextend. They keep a narrow bend, a small bend, even when we come back to this position. So I'm not pushing my body to bring my shoulders up, my hands up. I'm isolating the biceps and the elbow flexors to bring my hands up to my shoulders. And then I'm slowly and controlled lowering back, but never hyperextending the elbows, okay? So here we go. 1, again, you can do this without weight or with very little weight. 2, slowly down. 3, slowly down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're burning. 9, 10, yeah, very good. All right, put those weights down for a little bit. Shake the arms out, maybe do some rotations. If you take a break, that's fine. Just try to keep active in some way, right? Maybe you just do some taps, or you march in place, or you do some of those Tai Chi rotations. All right, get some water. We have one more exercise, the tricep kickback. Let's do it. Tricep kickbacks. Again, you can do it without weight. You can do it with very little weight for now. So let's go back to that stance. About hip width distance apart. Soft knees, bend a little bit, just like we did with the row. Again, giving the glutes and the posterior fascial lines some work to do to keep us here. Shoulders back. We start with the elbows bent here, and we extend and we flex. All right, so again, I'm not rocking back and forth. My neck isn't doing weird things. Everything is nice and straight and nice and neutral. I'm really isolating the triceps for this one. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let me come back, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, good job. Whew. All right, go get some water. shake it out, take a break. If you're up for it, we're going to run through everything one more time, 10 more repetitions of everything once again, if it's accessible. If you feel like you have a little bit of energy left, but maybe not to do 10 more of each, that's fine. Do 3, do 5, do 7, whatever you get, as long as you maintain proper form. If you've given it your all today and this is it, that's fine. Skip to the stretching part and then try again next week. All right, let's go to the wall. Get straight into it. Shoulders or hands shoulder width distance apart and about shoulder height. Choose how far from the wall you want to step. Very straight up, shoulders back and down. Lower, and then push to the hands. Come up, that's 1. Keep all fingers on the wall at all times. 2, and only lower as much as you can without losing form. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, shake it out. Let's do some rows. Soft knees, bend at the hips, glutes go towards the back, engage your pelvic floor to engage your core, shoulders back and down, and then row from the back. And that's 1. Movement starts at the back, and that's the elbows. 2, 3, slowly down. 4, slowly down. Notice I never round my shoulders when I go down. I keep them nice and neutral. 5, 6, 7, 8, keep your neck long. 9, 10. Good job. Shake it out, and we'll do some abductions. So, hands / weight face each other, elbows at 90 degrees. Your back nice and tall, your neck is neutral. We never lift from the trapezius, we lift from the deltoids, just the shoulders. So we fly. 1, you don't have to come up all the way to shoulder level, you can stay right here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Yes. Ah, those always burn in a good way. All right, put those weights down for a little bit. Shake it out. We'll do some bicep curls next. Relate the biceps. Bring your arms up. 1, 2. I show you from this angle so you can see that I'm not using my body to bring my arms up. I'm isolating the biceps. 3, 4, 5. Look at my elbow. 6. Never goes past that point. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good job. Again, slow, controlled movements are better than fast, uncontrolled movements. All right, shake it out a little bit. Take a little bit longer if you need to. Otherwise, we'll go straight into the tricep kick. All right, tricep kick back. Here we go. Find your stance that really supports you in this position. Bend the knees a little bit. Flex at the hips. Come down about this much this time. Bend the elbows, and then we kick back. 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5. You got it. 6. Keep your core engaged. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, you did it. To go into a stretch, so we're going to just shake it out a little bit, shake the neck, drop one ear to that shoulder, just stretch very gently, you don't have to go all the way. Inhale and exhale, come up, turn and bring your nose down, stretch that part back, and come up again, other ear, good. And then come up, turn, and go down. And come up. All right. Bring one arm in front. With the other one, help it traction just a little bit. Give yourself that nice opening all through the arm line from the back, across the shoulder. Hold here for 15 to 30 seconds. Breathe. Release slowly. Other arm. Here we go. And congratulate yourself for doing another day of strength. The exercises may be simple, but again, if you do them with the right form and you slow down, better than rushing through them and risking injury. All right, here we go. For the tricep stretch, we're going to bring one arm overhead like this. Just lowering so you can see me. You don't have to do anything with your legs. Maybe push a little bit with the other arm. Hands, I should say. And feel that nice opening. Those triceps really worked today. Other side. Don't push your head down. Alright. If you're still close to the wall, we're going to go there to do a bicep stretch. Now we're back at the wall. So if it doesn't feel great, maybe don't do it. Maybe do something like, put your arms to the back and rotate them a little bit, pushing your chest out. But if this feels okay, then it's a great thing to do on a regular. So put your hand on the wall, your forearm on the wall, and then you're going to rotate your torso to the other side, like so. Okay? That should give you a really nice opening into the chest and the biceps. Again, it can be a little much, so maybe you stay here. Find what works for you and then do it on the other side. Palm, forearm, and I'm already rotated. I'm opened. You might need to just, stay here. That's fine too. All right. Gently release. And since we're here, let's do some cat-cows on the wall. Just immobilize our thoracic spine again. Very important to do that. Exhale, push and really open in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, contract. And exhale. Alright, feel free to do that a couple more times if you need to, or take a little bit longer stretching, or do this little stretching sequence again. Thank you so much for joining. Thank yourself for doing one more day of strength training. We'll see you. Remember that this video will be the same for week 2, so just come back to this video next week, and then on week 3 we'll have something a little bit different. All right, see you next time.